Hello, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion,
I'm Elsa.
and I am Snow White.
Mm-hmm.
And we're here to discuss the
Disney episode of Canada's Drag Race. I loved it. I cannot believe that they were allowed to use Walt Disney's actual head. You know what? That's science. You may be asking yourselves, why?
And we could tell you.
Oh.
But honestly, that's none of your business.
Snow White. Listen, I know an old lady or a pretty lady disguised as an old lady tried to kill you, and a bunch of little people tried to bring you back to life, but they couldn't, no matter how much they loved you. And then it wasn't until a strong, cis, white, straight male came to you and kissed you and assaulted you, honestly, that you came back to life. So I know you're bitter.
I've never been happier than when I was sleeping. Remember this one version of Snow White from the 80s or 90s? It's on Amazon Prime. And the apple, it was half a white apple and half a red apple, and she put it together with peanut butter.
No, but that sounds delicious.
Right?
Yeah. No, so we're actually, I'll tell you, because I'm Elsa. I didn't need a man for me to love myself, and I'm probably a lesbian.
Yeah.
So that's good. We're guest hosting Roscoe's Be Our Guest dinner and Disney
bingo.
No, dinner and Disney music bingo. See, without the music, you had no idea what was going on. I'm so excited.
Yeah, this is going to be so fun. It's going to be our first time
and our last.
It's going to It's going to be our first time in so long getting to do a show that's not singing for 3 straight hours.
Sure. Yeah,
Let me say it a better way.
Okay.
I have never gotten to fully co-host a show with you.
That's not true. I think both of our first time hosting something at Roscoe's with a mic. Like we're hosting. Proper hosting.
Yeah, this is going to be exciting.
I'm very excited to get my hands on a Roscoe's mic. I have a lot to share, a lot of experiences. I'm going to say, who's ready to bingo? All I want to do is let it go, you know.
And I'm going to say, it's a circle of life.
I love that song from Snow White.
Oh, it's my favorite? Are you kidding me? Snow White was really mistreated.
Oh, yeah. No, most of those Disney movies did not age well.
Until
some of them even did not age well as it came out. Until Frozen, exactly. Frozen broke down all the barriers.
Because the barriers were made of ice, and she was able to manipulate the ice.
And lesbian. So we have to get into our enchanted horse and carriage that were mice, and now they are giant mice, and they're going to take us to Roscoe's in about half an hour. So we got to go.
Oh, go. Did you book the mice?
Yeah,
I did.
Horse? They're growing right now. I put them in water. You know,
did you do mice horse XL or regular? Because I need a little extra room.
I wanted it to be a surprise, so I have no idea. They may not even actually be mice. I don't know, but one of them drowned.
Spoiler alert, Eve goes home. So we hate this episode, and
this episode sucked.
Okay.
All stupid. Everything sucks.
Everything was stupid.
You walked in to my apartment without knocking, and you said...
Do you want me to... I did not, by the way. I did not.
As the door's opening. That's like turning your blinker on after you've hit the pedestrian.
Well, your door was unlocked.
Well, it shouldn't be. Like, I have to say, I think there's something electronic in your body, because it's, like, always locked for everyone else, and you always just walk right in.
Here's what I do. I knock, and I try, and if it's open, I pop my head in and say hello. Do you want me to, like, text you saying, I'm downstairs, I'm coming up? Or
yes.
What? Do you really want that?
Yes.
Okay. Because also, it's like, well, why is your door unlocked?
It's not. Like, I promise you,
well,
it's not on purpose.
The sheer fact that I can open it often.
But you're always the one that can open it, no one else can. I can never open it. Like, I don't know what's wrong. I'm not kidding you.
Okay, well, I'm going to text you when I'm down there.
I do believe that you have some sort of metal in your body that you're unaware of. Did you get the jab? That's it. I think the
only time it didn't work was the other day when I tried to surprise you.
Now, this was really sweet.
Well, now, here's what I wanted.
Okay.
Can I tell you what I wanted?
Yes.
And I didn't even remember that you're people who nap.
I'm an afternoon napper,
You're a napper, and I didn't remember that.
Every day.
Darby left something at a gig, and she was just going to let it go.
Filled with makeup, new makeup.
She was just going to let it go.
You had to go down to the harbor?
So it was at the Belmont Yacht Club. I went and I tried to get in. There was no one there. No one was answering the phone. But then I saw a guy through a window of the houseboat next to it. And I waved like this. And it came out and I said, oh, I'm so sorry. Are you connected to that? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I left something in there. Is there any way you can help me retrieve it? And he was like, yeah, come on. Totally nice about it. His name was Cam. By the way, he was hot. He even let me go upstairs by myself. Very trusting. He let me go upstairs by myself. It was right there. I brought it back. So my hope was I would leave it on your door mat outside. I knock and then I run around the corner and wait. And so I knocked. I did that. I ran around the corner and waited, and nothing happened. And I was like, huh. But I saw you had just tweeted that picture of you yassifying yourself with a terrible wig on.
Oh, I love yassifying.
Yeah. And so I did it again, and then nothing happened. So then again, I was like, well, sometimes their door's unlocked. So I tried it, and I was just going to leave it on that thing. But the angle was weird, and JB was there, so I was like, JB. And then I heard a rustling, and I saw Curtis come up. And I was like, oh, hey. He was like, hello. And I was like, oh, sorry, it's me. I'm just getting this. And so I, like, shoved it in his arms, and then I ran away as fast as I could. fully thinking that you would, like...
I yelled out, like, hello? Hello? And you would... I heard you go, oh, just... And I
said,
like,
give it to her.
Oh, God. She must have been trying to, like, surprise me or something. No, I had fell asleep for a nap. And Curtis came to get fed to do a nap because he just got off work. And then we both kind of woke up like, is someone at the door? Because our door sometimes does randomly unlock. I should talk to someone. But thank you. I mean, truly, I was ready to let it go. But you went into the unknown to get it for me.
I did. And I showed yourself just how much I love you.
Is that a song?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the second one yet.
You haven't?
That's why I'm dressed as first one.
It's so
also,
cute.
can I say, this is a children's Halloween costume. I thought, oh, wouldn't it be funny if I wore a children's Halloween costume and it was too small, blah, blah, blah.
I'm so angry.
I fit into it.
She's like, I'm going to rip it up and make holes in it so it looks like I'm too big. And then she got it and she's like, oh, actually, it feels like a glove. I'm a size 10-year-old.
10, 12. Good for me.
You know what else is good for you?
What?
These country pop songs from
so
Canada.
True.
Now, country pop from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Shania
Twain.
Thank you.
Course. Did we let go of the whole, like, Trumper kind of thing? She sort of looked... She said something that we thought she might be a Trumper, and then we all
Trump's
just ignored
dead
it.
now, so we don't have to care.
Oh, yeah. R.I.P. Gone too late.
Of course, I'm kidding. He's a monster, and she's a monster for voting for him, but maybe she's learned something.
She's Canadian. She couldn't vote for him.
Then why are we mad at her?
Oh, that's true. Never mind. Turn it around. Come on over, Shania. Come on in. Pull up a seat. Take a load off your feet.
Yeah, and if she had, that don't impress me much. So, let's talk about these. Okay, let's talk about this. Mini challenge. A full set for a 10-minute quick drag.
Yes.
Now, you used to work for a sexual health clinic.
Sexual health scammy pyramid scheme.
Yes, but you know about sexual health.
I've heard of it.
Do you have any tips or tricks for these Canadian girls? Because they all just kind of did the same thing.
I did enjoy seeing the banana fuck.
Oh, Gia and Cynthia.
Yeah, that was
funny.
But I did think it was funny that in the world of prep, that because it was sponsored by Trojan, they had to really just go like, I love condoms. Condoms are so fun. But then if you go on Grindr because you're trying to, find the love of your life or maybe find your dad who ran away, you just go, are you on prep? Yeah, tested negative, on prep, blah, blah, blah. And then you're just shooting loads left and right inside people. Now, it's not safe because obviously there are other things in the world, but...
COVID.
Condoms are so important, but...
Can I tell you what I saw on TikTok?
What?
Very, very young. What do you say? TikTok, I'm young. What do you say?
It's something only young people say. So, I could tell you, but you wouldn't get it.
She said, for all those guys who say they can't wear condoms because they're too small, and then she puts a regular size condom, her foot into it and up like a stocking all the way to her knee. So the next time you're gangbanging 7 little men in a cottage in the woods, have you ever seen Mirror Mirror?
No. I hope that picked that up. Can I reenact what you just did? Have you ever seen Mirror Mirror? Did you hear yourself?
No!
Did you ever see Mirror Mirror?
Can I tell you?
Mm-hmm.
When it came out, no. I saw it a couple years ago.
Yeah.
costumes alone are worth it.
Okay, I'm not against it. I'm not against it. I as long as James Corden isn't in it, like, I'll give it a shot.
I don't believe he's in it.
Okay.
He's also not in these pop girl group country songs.
Yeah, fuck. They grouped up,
but they have to do their own choreography, which again is kind of like, that's tricky.
That's tricky, but I agree. You had said, I kind of prefer it this way because at least, like, I'm not having to, like, we can work to our own strengths or whatever she said during the walk around.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. And then that didn't end up working out. But yeah, I think I would prefer that ultimately.
Yeah, because then you're more comfortable to say, like, I can't do that. Let me do that.
Mirror, mirror. Let's just go ahead and head to the performance on the runway.
Okay, but there is one point of interest for the trauma talk that I want to talk about. Is that Cynthia's dad is gay.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, we found out Isis's brother is gay.
Is her drag daughter.
Oh, I don't know if he's gay, but is her drag daughter. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, I love that.
And then Cynthia's
And she
father
committed
is
a
gay.
crime by sneaking him into adult bars. So basically she just...
Admitted.
What is that called?
Perjured herself?
Is that right?
Perjured.
You're in trouble!
And then the Cynthia's dad has kind of coming to terms with his sexuality.
And I really appreciated Cynthia's talking head when she was like, everyone assumes, like, oh, that must be so better for you, so much easier because you had a queer parent. But, like, she highlighted, like, no, he still has, like, all of his Catholic guilt and he's dealing with, like, his own...
He's a product of his time. Yeah, that was interesting.
It was grown up as fuck. I really enjoy her. It sounds like it's going really well because at the end she did say he loves Drag Race, so he's going to be so excited to watch this. So that's nice.
And if he's a patron, hey!
I'm sure.
Hey, Papa Kiss.
I'm sure he is.
Brooklyn, loved. Want to see you in this. Want to see you in
loved
this.
Loved it. Oh
Stunning.
my god, I loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, and the guest judge.
Biff Naked.
I loved her. Absolutely
she
adored her.
She is so funny.
Adored her.
I loved
her runway walk.
I loved her combat boots with the gown.
Obsessed. I loved her.
Let's talk about the Giddy Gals. The Giddy Gals were first. Cute, black, gold.
I loved what was their kind of signature group move? They did a lot of body rolls. I'm always down to do a body roll.
You love a body roll.
Because you don't expect the body to move in that way.
No. Their outfits were cute. They all had hats. You know who stood out for me? Adriana. Not all of her words, but just her performance.
She got picked last. I think she was like, she had a lot to prove.
I think she's just a really good performer. You don't really get to see them perform like this.
Yeah. I appreciated Gia's... I mean, she drove that bus. What do they have buses in Canada? Sled. She drove that sled. Yes, of course. And she did a great job, and she's a great performer. She is a little spastic at times. It is sometimes like watching a TikTok teen doing anything, but it's charming. And she looked gorgeous. I really enjoyed Gia's look during the group.
Yeah. Next was the Dosey Hoes. Their looks weren't really cohesive. Eve was doing a Dolly Parton thing, which she looked really cute.
We had Dolly Parton. We had Woody from Toy Story.
Which was really cute.
We had Country Trash and Country Pop Trash. Can I say this, though? What I really enjoyed about this was I didn't think the second group bombed. Like, I wouldn't be embarrassed by that performance. No. And I loved that the judges, they weren't cutting to judges going, you know, like, I hate that so much. And I know it's, like, for the drama and all of that. But when I see that on Drag Race US, fuck you. They did your dumb little... You wanted them to sing this stupid fucking dumb song so you can make money on iTunes, and they did it. Just... You can insult them in a few minutes. Can you just fake a smile?
Yeah.
But they were smiling the whole time and seemed to be really enjoying it. And I don't think anyone really, like, flopped. Cynthia was obviously the clear winner. I mean, she was great.
Yeah. We love Eve, but she did float the choreo a little bit.
Yeah, and she said she's never danced before.
Right.
For someone who's never danced before, that wasn't too bad.
No.
Do you know who stood out for me? Out of me?
Kimora Moore.
Yes.
Love her.
I loved it because Eve was rapping and Cynthia was singing, and she just kind of took it to this low, breathy, like, I'm down here and I'm bad. I loved it. I love seeing her do a character. I loved it.
And she mentioned while they were getting ready before Trauma Talk that, like, country music a lot of
Black influence.
Black influence. Yeah.
I listened to a podcast a long time ago called Dolly Parton's America.
Yes.
And by Jad Abumrad, and it's from Radiolab, and it's an incredible series, basically kind of looking deeply into why does everyone like Dolly Parton? Why is she not controversial? And how does she relate to all these different communities? Then interviewing her, because Jad, who works for Radiolab, his dad is her doctor. Like, it all just... Anyway, the banjo, I learned through that, the banjo was an African instrument that enslaved Black people brought to the Americas. And everyone thinks, like, oh, banjo, that's like Southern hill people. But in actuality, no, it's something that they took from the slaves.
Wow, I didn't know that. That is interesting.
Like, bluegrass in general is heavily, heavily influenced.
That makes a lot of
African
that makes a lot
culture.
of sense to me. And
like
I like
Dolly
that she
Parton.
said it.
Dolly Parton wouldn't, her music, her career wouldn't exist without the influence of Black people.
Elvis wouldn't exist without the influence of Black people. I mean, I think he stole some of his songs.
Yeah, he did have a lot of issues.
Let's get into these looks. I loved this runway prompt.
Mm-hmm.
I loved this runway prompt.
Is great.
Monochromatic, futuristic. Couldn't have loved it more. Adriana, again, I loved this.
I loved it.
So cool. I loved the fur, like, stole.
I loved it.
This was so cool. And an interesting choice with the makeup around the mask she was using. She had, like, it outlined.
Oh, maybe to show that, like, she's
suction.
been wearing it. Yeah. I don't love that color lipstick. It reads to me like, look, I'm space. I'm future.
Isis Couture. Gold. Boots. Club Kid.
I loved it. She had on a helmet. I just love that she, like, that was something that her house made. Her people put time and work into it. And I appreciated that.
Yeah, I like it.
It is a little more club kid than, like, pop star, but fuck it, I loved it.
Well, it was just
if I were to get
future. Wait, what?
Monotone futuristic pop star or whatever. Wasn't it supposed to be a musical artist?
Is monotone the right word?
Monochromatic.
Monochromatic, futuristic.
Monotone is how people describe my speaking voice. That was one of the toughest things in my entire life that I had to come to terms with. I didn't realize that my speaking voice was so flavorless until, like, my late 20s.
Not flavorless.
Isn't that wild?
Steady.
No, I wouldn't even say late 20s. I'd say, like, a few years ago.
20 minutes ago.
Yeah. It's okay. We all have different talents.
And some of us have the talent of creating a good look, like Pythia. They are coming out now. Remember in the first episode when they wore this kind of green?
No.
Love.
I loved it.
Geometric. I think this is the best they've ever looked.
Yes.
I think it's the best they've ever looked. Incredible. Yes. This hair is amazing.
Molded rainbow bodysuit to the T, perfectly done.
Did you ever watch that movie Vox Lux with Natalie Portman?
Viva Vendetta.
No, Vox Lux. After her hair grew back, she did a movie called Vox Lux. You know, you seen Viva Vendetta? Viva Vendetta? You seen that?
Mask.
Mirror.
So annoyed. Okay.
Full disclosure. Technical difficulty.
We were just made aware.
Technical difficulties.
Yes, the microphone was not plugged in, but now you may notice the sound has greatly improved.
Yeah.
So if anything, you survived. Hi, Uglies. You survived the first part of this video.
Yeah.
It's all one and the same.
Cynthia Kiss. Agree with Brooke about the hair, but I think that's something we're not going to get to see until after her journey on here. All of her hair so far has been her hair in the pop song was cute, but
still not
for the most part
big.
it's yeah. I wasn't sure that I liked this in the beginning, and then I thought, well, maybe I just don't know fashion.
I was very much a Biff girl in this situation because Biff liked it. I liked it. It gave me Cheetah Girls.
Well, the reason the
look was cool.
The reason I was questioning was the bike short. The bike short makes it look like
an afterthought.
But I loved the rest.
I did disagree with Brooke when she's like, and your sunglasses. Take your sunglasses off. I want to see your face. And she took it off and her face was like her normal face. It was like, what? If that's what?
Kendall Jenner.
Big Baird. I did not know that I wasn't allowed to like it until everyone said they didn't like it. It was striking to me when it first came out.
I liked it, but I do agree. Yeah, but I do agree we've seen this very,
From her, yes.
very, very similar things from her.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Was it Brooke that said, this is like a dancing bar outfit? Was that about this one?
Yeah.
And I did think like, oh yeah, I've probably seen that 100 times.
Yeah. Eve 6000 from the planet Glamtron, which is where Alaska's from.
This is not even a
No, it is Eve.
This is not, no, I know. This is not even a biased thing, okay? Factually, okay? This is the best look of the night. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and agree.
And she even said, like,
accessories.
You reinvented, you took a stoned bodysuit and you leveled it up. The body was perfect, the accessories, the hair.
Those cool glasses.
No, beyond no notes. If anything, I'm taking notes. Okay. Check.
Kimora Amor, a vision in white. Yeah.
Business in the front, party in the back.
Business in the front, party in the back.
Very, very nice front, and then you turn the back and you see her panties, which, look, we've all been there. I think we're seeing the pageant from her.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks great. I think if you're going to go for something that daring, one thing I do wish we could see from Kimora, which I don't know is necessarily like her vibe, but I would love to see her makeup stepped up.
Yeah, I was trying to find a nice way to say it. Yeah. I think I'm ready to
because
see
the costumes and stuff are always so put together and so beautiful. But I would just like to see.
Yeah, and it speaks to my issues with the judging. Had this been on a different franchise, they would have said something by now.
Yeah.
The winners are the Giddy Gals, which Giddy Up Gals, right?
I don't know.
And the winner of the winners was Miss Gia Metric.
Congratulations, Gia. Well deserved.
Dosey Hoes are in the bottom.
For the most part, they all got kind of mixed reviews.
For the most part, yeah.
Kimora, I think, was the only one that we didn't hear anything negative other than, like, we can see your panties, but...
Which isn't a negative in my book, honey.
Yeah. I mean...
My book, chapter 23, visible panty lines.
So it's all pretty mixed. I think it was clear that Eve would be back in the bottom. I don't disagree with it based on the challenge. I think that runway, I don't think I could put anyone in the bottom looking that good, but yeah. I got it. And she's been in the bottom every single time. We believe in you. That's why we focus on you so much. And she's like, yeah, but it's always negative. I'm in the bottom every week. So it's not like you're praising me and giving me notes. You're just being like, we don't like this, we don't like this. Unlock you, unlock you. Like, what does that mean?
Okay, Brene Brown. I don't know how to unlock myself. You know, I haven't been drinking a lot of water lately. So maybe I'm just in... Do you know what they say in Frozen 2? Water has a memory. It remembers every river, ocean, person, animal it's ever been through. Think about that.
So like a bidet.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, water. That's bad. The bottom two are Eve and then Cynthia.
Cynthia Kiss.
Which I felt like she took it in stride. She talked a big
No,
game,
she did.
And I thought she took it in stride very well. And the song, was that Biff's song?
Biff Naked song.
Yes.
And
called Biffing It Up in Toronto.
Canada. Yeah, Cynthia won that lip sync. Yeah,
she won that fair and
unfortunately
square.
for Eve.
Yeah.
Cynthia won that lip sync, so Eve has had to sashay away. But I like how she went out. She made a couple of jokes.
Said she was going to block Brooklyn on Twitter.
Which is funny.
Well, and I have seen some of the Twitter conversation around her departure, and I think we say this about a lot of contestants. I said this about Charity Case. When I think someone is talented, when I think they're showing a very talented, polished drag queen, and the show's just not getting it, there is a point where I just want to be like, get off the ride. Get off the ride. It has nothing to do with you.
You don't need...
Get off the ride.
It's not about you and your talents.
Mm-mm.
Clearly, because she was working on the show before she got cast.
I think as far as like looks and sassy talking heads and polish, she is tops. I think what they mean by the unlock, whatever that means.
Brene Brown.
I think it's the same thing that we were talking about earlier, that it took me a long time to figure out that I'm a lot lower energy. Like what people hear and see from me is way lower than what I hear in my head. And I kind of see that in Eve.
Yeah.
Like I see Eve kind of taking everything down a bit, but I can relate because like when I was in Barney the Elf, I was in it too many times, but when I was in it and I saw a video of it, I was like, oh my, it looks like I'm asleep.
I'm trying to remember, because I did see Barney the Elf.
The Chicago Reader called it open.
No, you were lovely in that.
Thank you.
And your character is very... that.
But I didn't know that that was my character. That's what I'm saying, is that maybe she's just not aware of how her personality or even like the tone she speaks in is perceived.
Maybe.
Goodbye, Eve. We are so sad to see you go.
And with that, we will not be continuing on with Canada's
Drag Race ends here. Actually, no, that's not true. Every week we're going to come back and we're going to relive all of Eve's best moments.
And we're gonna see if Eve because you know sometimes they post like what I would have worn.
Yeah, we're gonna review her pictures and never talk about the show again.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna keep going, of course. But it is so sad to see Eve go. It's a bummer. What were you about to say?
No, I was laughing at myself because I thought of what if she does like Christmas Eve and like Summer's Eve, you know?
Yeah.
That would be so fun.
Have you ever heard that one before, Eve? It's all yours. Well, we have to run because we have some Disney we have to get to.
Yeah.
Not the actual Walt Disney. Remember, he sucks and his head is in the refrigerator.
Cryogenically frozen.
So we just want to say... What?
His head's frozen.
Yeah, it's in the refrigerator.
You are Elsa.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I'm just not... It's my first time being a lesbian. I'm really sorry.
And never forget.
Moose. Hello. Welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion.
I'm Dobby.
And I'm Alexis P. Bevels. The P stands for Papa Pia.
I'm a moose today because you know what I learned via TikTok? Moose are big.
We are down to our top 7. Canada's Drag Race top 7. 7 Deadly Sins. Sinner's Ball.
Yeah, this episode was difficult for me to...
not pay attention to because it was actually quite good.
Wow, traitor. No, I was going to say to watch because we lost Eve and it's like, why am I watching this?
Oh, yeah. No, fuck y'all. But...
That was so convincing. Eve, did you buy it?
No.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Well, can we be honest? Can we be honest and vulnerable and mean?
Okay.
Even though we love Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Love Eve.
Love.
Canada has been hard to watch, not because of the girls. I've said this before, and I stand by it.
Because of their politics.
Because of the judging and...
their politics. You can't put anything inside me that I don't want inside me. I'm not getting the jab. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I mean the judges.
Oh, okay.
Some of them could be inside me if they want. But I will say... I liked this episode.
Yeah, this episode was pretty fun.
And it really kills me. You know what? You're right. I forgot. It kills me that Eve wasn't there. Because I think she would have absolutely slayed this episode.
They had to make a look along with showcasing two other looks. That is where Eve thrives. Yeah. So that was a bummer. But I'm sorry, we're skipping ahead.
I gotta check up my Eve.
6,000.
Instead of sleeve. Here's what. We got a mini challenge. They had to paint their Innis saboteurs. Usually I don't like these mini challenges. I was laughing so hard. Isis Couture was making me laugh. Adriana is making me laugh so hard.
Also, Cynthia Kiss, I would hang that on my wall. Some of them, their paintings weren't that bad.
Some of them were really cute.
I was like, okay.
This is my painting. This is my Innis saboteur. My lips because if they're upside down.
And orange because scurvy.
What's your?
You have scurvy.
What's your Innis saboteur? I know mine.
Okay, then what's yours? Why did you just say that?
Taco Bell.
Because
the mere mention.
But it comes
Can
out
I tell
of
you?
But it comes out of you really fast.
That's
so
true.
It's an inner saboteur for about 45 minutes.
Can I tell you? I saw a TikTok yesterday.
Okay.
Of
very
someone
young.
Taco Bell, and I said, well, now I'm ordering Taco Bell.
I ordered KFC, so neither of us did well.
Finger looking good?
Good enough. You know, I used to
Reba
live in
McEntire as
where
the Colonel.
He's buried, where Colonel's buried. I've seen.
He's dead.
Yes. Are you serious?
Well, who does the 7 sauces?
Do you think that they would have Reba McEntire playing him in commercials if he were available?
Well, I know I'm not going to play myself when they make a movie about me.
Who's going to play
someone?
You?
Well, I don't. They're probably Olivia Rodrigo.
Camila Cabello for me.
Shawn Mendes in drag. That was the theme of the
Gone too
weekend.
soon.
Chelsea
R.I.P.
boots to
Gone too
Converse.
soon. Yes, Chelsea boots to Converse.
Who's your inner saboteur?
Although I want to go from Converse to Chelsea boots. I'm ready. I'm ready to do my Shawn Mendes in reverse.
If you'd like to buy Darby
And I
some
would
Chelsea
also do
boots,
him in
Venmo us at
reverse.
IMHOtheSHOW.com.
Or just send to our P.O. Box. I'm a 9.5.
And Sean,
But
you're a
Sean,
little
I
too
wanna
young
try
for
Chelsea
us, but if
boots.
you want to come on the
I
show,
wanna try Chelsea
we
boots.
can do a review of Chelsea boots.
Anyway, let's get back on track. My inner saboteur.
Tell us.
Cholesterol.
It's a ball, babes, which
It's a
means we have a
ball.
lot of looks to get through, which means
a
we can't
ball.
dilly-dally with the trauma. Well, the trauma
can't.
talk, what was the trauma talk?
Was there anything very traumatic?
Well, I want to say Isis Couture won the mini challenge. She got to assign
Deadly
the
Sins.
7 deadly sins because
7 deadly
in the
sins.
ball they got to do one, and then the second one, and then the
7
last
deadly
one they had to
sins.
make their design challenge, and they got
Yes.
boxes.
That's
RuPaul's
not-
Drag Race
Where
loves
does
to
7
give
deadly
boxes.
sins start? That's not in the Bible.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. They don't talk about overeating.
Okay, well, while you do that, I'm going to say Isis wanted to be shady, but she ended up being fair because she's Canadian and they're friendly. So here we go.
Ha 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 ha! Ah! The 7 deadly sins, also known as the capital vices or cardinal sins, is a grouping and classification of vices within Christian teachings, although they are not mentioned in the Bible.
Religion.
Hilarious.
Isis decides to take wrath, which is fun. Wrath is fun. You ever get angry?
How about instead of talking about how they chose it, why don't we? I want to.
We'll cover it when we get to that. Yeah, let's get into the looks. Mama. Well, let's talk
Thank
about.
you for saying that.
You're welcome.
I needed you to say that to me.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you don't have your own mom, Alexis is available on Cameo. Oh, okay. Ooh, guest judge. I know. Wait, before Brooklyn.
Oh.
She came out first.
We're doing a Sinner's Ball, Mama. We got the Saint.
Gigi, fucking gorgeous.
Now,
Is she not?
a great beauty.
The beauty, as far as I'm concerned.
A great beauty, and after watching this episode, I need her as a judge more often.
Yeah, no, I mean, she is the blueprint, right? She was an early influencer who shared her story, transitioned in front of the world, and has continued to build her brand in a way that a lot of drag artists... What are you doing? Baby girl. God. But she's it. And God, she is so fucking hot.
You've covered her bed up. She can't get to her bed.
Oh, I'm sorry, baby.
100% agree. So stunning. Now, I'm not really I haven't started my YouTube viewership, even though, like, that's how I make my living. But you love YouTube.
Yes.
Do you get into Gigi Gore?
Yes. I remember when she was just this incredible makeup artist, sitting in her room, sharing all of her beauty secrets.
So stunning and so funny and so charming.
I mean, she can do nothing
I
wrong as far
don't
as I'm
like when
concerned.
beautiful people are funny, but
How do you do
I
with
like
our
her.
friendship then? This is hard.
you do look so beautiful tonight. I know you like a
you.
lighter blonde, but I think you look stunning in this color palette.
Thank you. Well, I wanted to be a moose, and this is the hair that you were wearing on your head like 20 minutes ago.
No. 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Just incredible.
Incredible. But speaking of incredible...
Let's get into it. So it's a ball, baby.
No. Don't skip Brooklyn. I
Oh.
loved
Cool.
Brooklyn.
Cool.
This was so
as fuck.
cool.
Cool as fuck. I mean,
This
Brooklyn
is more
always
the
looks
shit I wanna see.
amazing.
I know, but this is.
You know what it is? Amanda Burkle did all the heavy lifting. All Brooklyn had to do was come in looking amazing.
Yeah. Anna Burkle's like a really good job.
Really good. Also, she looks fucking amazing. Look at that.
I didn't care for the bangs, but I did love her blonde hair during the mini challenge.
That crimpy curl, flat iron curl. Love her. She was also really funny in the mini challenge.
Yeah.
Reacting.
She is really funny.
Let's get into these girls. It's a ball, baby. And the first one is rock and roll rootin' tootin'. We're going to start with Pythia, who is tattooed bodysuit, purple hair.
One was a club foot and one was a heel, and it was all made out of belts.
Attitude.
I loved it.
Attitude.
10 out of 10.
I felt
Would
the
recommend.
attitude.
Would recommend.
One word to describe.
Club foot, if it's all one word.
Kendall Jenner. Their first
Ooh.
look came
Ooh.
out looking good, but no screen time.
Nipple.
No screen time.
Nipple, though.
I couldn't get a shot of the whole thing.
Can I
so
tell
it was
you,
a
Can I tell you
corset.
shenanigans? Can I tell you shenanigans? Can I tell you why? I do not believe she deserved to be in the bottom two for her looks. And I believe she didn't get screen time, so we couldn't truly take it all in. I think Cynthia was a clear bottom because there were two categories she just truly didn't seem to understand. 2 out of 3 she failed. And they needed the storyline of sister against sister. And so I think the reason we didn't get the Kendall gender look was because they were producing it to be bottom two. I'm just going to say it. Like, I think it's a TV show. I'm not going to lie.
Geometric, first look. Guitar. I thought this was so cool and clever.
I 100% agree. I'm so glad that Brad did mention, I would have loved this a lot more had you not done this exact same silhouette in the first episode. Remember the completely bare leg? The high cut, completely bare leg?
Oh, but I wasn't even thinking about it.
Oh, it's the first thing I thought about. As soon as they walked out,
I just thought it was cool.
Oh. No, I mean, it is very cool, but that's a very specific look. So it's one of those, I think you can absolutely repeat silhouettes, but something that is that specific, I don't know that you can.
Well, she's mathematic, and as a mathematician myself, you know that you cannot all, the half and the whole do not all, and the limit does not exist. You know what I mean?
I have heard that.
So
I saw that
I think that mathematically what we're seeing is good.
Right.
And Brad just doesn't do math. Adriana.
Cool. Oh, you didn't like?
No, I loved.
Okay. I was going to say super
Eurovision, cool. Hard rock, heavy metal, goth, crow, lichen. She was a lichen.
Yeah, I liked a lot.
Isis Couture. What the fuck were some of those judges thinking? This is amazing. This is Gem and the holograms.
I agree.
What the fuck were some of them thinking?
Like, it's a bodysuit for me. And I was like, is it?
It's a bodysuit with a leather jacket and boots and an iconic... It's a rock... Yeah. I mean, it's a rock girl.
Well, okay, again, it may have been a little producer shenanigans because, spoiler, she does win. So maybe they were trying to build some sort of like, oh, maybe they don't like it.
Well, here's what I'll say. One of the reasons I like this episode, finally this episode, some of the judges were saying, what? You're insane. What do you mean? This is cool and this is iconic and it's a reference.
Yes.
And she has not delivered a lot of bodysuits on the runway. So you're complaining about a bodysuit, but this is a rock and roll challenge. You need to bring context into it. And I'm in a fight with Brooklyn now. All right. Loved it.
I'm okay.
Moose or Cliff allergic to inner saboteurs. Cynthia Kiss. Now, I do agree Cynthia's runways haven't been as polished as some of the other girls, which is fine. She's new. She's young. This, I thought, was... this is Pamela Anderson going to a rock show. This is Christina Aguilera at the AMAs.
I think polished is the wrong word. I do believe her runways have been polished, but they've been
There's
simple.
There's little tweaks that I would want.
Sort of what I would expect to buy at Forever 21. Like high-end Forever 21.
But this,
perhaps the Talbots.
But
no,
this,
I loved it. I loved it.
This is straight up Christina Aguilera has worn this at the Grammys. It's 90s. It's Pamela Anderson.
I think given what we have seen from her before, I had that same reaction of like, are you ever going to give us more? That's all.
Okay, yeah, maybe I'm judging within the compact.
And gorgeous.
Maybe
I would be honored to wear that. I'd be honored
and to look
even
like
pretend
her.
to look like her. She's incredible.
I think
I'm just saying, given her history, I understand.
Yeah, maybe within the confines of her history, maybe.
Context. You know what you just said about context? Context.
Amor. The dress is simple, it's basic, but Tina the presentation, Turner. The makeup, the energy on the stage, Kimora really showed up this episode.
I do think it's interesting you said makeup. I still want to see that growth from her, and I think we will see it.
We will see it, but she showed us different for each look. Different makeup for each look.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And the presentation
she's got the idea.
Unstoppable.
Oh, so next is Fugly.
Where to Fugly now? I don't understand it. Never will.
No. But
I tried with UK. Could not.
Do you know who does understand it? Pythia.
I loved this.
So cool. Crocheted yarn. Completely different makeup.
Her toenails.
Yeah, I got a picture of them.
Ugh.
Toenails. One sock. Crocheted. I mean, make an ugly look couture fashion. Pythia. Pythia's my pick right now.
Yeah.
To win. Pythia's my pick to win right now.
Same.
Let's do Kendall gender. It was ugly. She got a cat thrown up.
It didn't make sense.
It didn't make sense.
And we'll get to it. There was another look that didn't make sense that did make sense. I think you can make sense of it not making sense, but this didn't make sense.
This didn't make sense. I didn't need context for the hairball, whatever, who cares? A hairball's funny. It's so funny when people hairball.
It's so funny.
Where you lost me is the ketchup and mustard tights.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? I think in general, if you may.
And I will.
Don't see a lot that makes sense to me with her runways. but I don't care because I like her so much. And the presentation and the performances are so good to me.
Okay, jumping on that train, I will say I agree with you. I think there's something about her. I think we perceive a lot of her looks as more polished because of her presentation, because we love her so much. But yeah, I think in general, she's also, in general, I think she's also not like an older drag. Like, she also hasn't been doing drag for that long. I don't know that she's settled on her style, which I think is something that happens with newer queens.
I don't think I've settled on my style yet. And I've been doing this for...
This is it.
You know what I love?
What?
Gia's fugly look. Bubblegum and hair.
Gia killed.
Yeah, Gia killed. There was hair in the bubblegum of the dress.
It's so smart.
I would never think
to have this story
to do this.
Done. Have you ever
done that? No, but I did tell you. Remember I told you this weekend? I used to try and do a thing where I would see if I could spend a full night with gum in my mouth. And my favorite comforter, I woke up the next morning, there was gum all stuck to it. And I still use that comforter for years to come.
And that's when I told you that kids strangle themselves in comforters. So sad.
Will you listen to this?
Suffocate.
Will you listen to this? Will you tell them?
Kids suffocate in comforters. I can't get into it right now because I'm a moose, and so I'm not supposed to understand that
Moose
concept.
don't suffocate in comforters.
But yeah, there's a whole childhood trauma moment. I'll bring it up another time.
Sorry.
That kind of goes to the theme of this look.
Adriana, not only is this so fucking weird, but the presentation and the makeup and her
This is what I'm talking about with the it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense. And then her big reveal were the chunky boots, and she just lifted her, I don't even call it a dress. Like, she lifted that bag up.
Well, the judges say condom couture.
It's so weird.
Adriana,
I loved it.
You are winning me over. You are so weird.
Yeah.
Ice cis couture, crocheted, toilet paper cozy. It was so beautiful.
It was beautiful.
But I get it.
It was ugly and beautiful.
It was ugly in that like kind of 80s.
I'd love to wear that though.
You would look beautiful in that.
Well, yeah, because I wouldn't have to tuck and I could like.
And I love her. I love the way that her face looks with her style of makeup on.
Yeah, I think she's a front runner as far as I'm concerned. I think she's incredible.
Yeah, Cynthia kiss.
I was so confused because I knew it was multiple categories, and you know I do my makeup while I watch the show, so I rewound it because I thought perhaps I missed Brooklyn cueing us to a different category. But no, this is her ugly look, and her response was, I thought the short hair would make me look ugly.
Can I be honest? That reminds me of you.
I knew you were gonna say that.
When you think, I'm gonna wear this short little bus driver wig and everyone will think I'll look so quirky and weird, and yet you still look stunning.
Thank you.
How dare you?
But
I will say, it made me laugh. When she was explaining, it made me laugh so hard.
Well, I would like to, I mean, I did like that when the judges said that. She was like, yeah, I thought it would help, but it didn't. I would like to hear her reaction to seeing it on TV. I wish she would post on Twitter like, let me explain this. This was mind-boggling to me. I don't even understand the concept.
I honestly kind of wonder if maybe something happened to her original outfit and she had to do this instead. I don't know. Maybe next week they're gonna be like, the runway theme is dots. Let's talk about Kimora Amour. Okay, it's drag. It's a show. It's fun. It's silly. But Kimora Amour said, I'm going to use every chance I get to educate, just to have the courage, like the courage to do that when we're all doing a ball. It's a ball. No, I'm going to do this. It was powerful, and I thought the way that the judges reacted to it by not saying little stupid jokes was very respectful, and I thought it was great.
It was beyond the point of needing to discuss the intricacies of the costume of the drag. It was just, it was so beautifully done, and what a use of her platform.
Yeah.
Like, truly, there have been queens before her on these shows, and the Vixen obviously is the first one that pops into my head, who have used their platform to do so and weren't met with such acceptance. You know, the Vixen didn't quite get the same respect that thankfully now, I hope, she is receiving.
Let's go to Kendall Gender.
Now we're going to the
Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
She was Pride. She has a beautiful purple gown and cape. I will say there's some issues with the fit, but she was trying to give them what they wanted last time because she said, I'm hearing a lot of bodysuits. She's trying to do something different. She doesn't sew.
I liked it a lot. I really enjoyed it. What was your issue with it? Because you said that you had an issue with it.
Okay, well, as someone who sews, I would say for someone who doesn't sew, this is very good. But I will say the fit was a little weird and it should have hit the floor.
I think for creating an outfit and trying to do something different, it didn't.
Yeah, you're right.
It didn't really strike. No. I understand that note though, but for me, Potter me, Canada me, it didn't strike me.
Moosey me.
I apologize. Moosey me. I thought it was a part of the narrative to get her into the bottom, to have the drama of her and Cynthia. That's what it was for me.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. They got me gal this time.
They got you.
They got me gal this time. I was just enjoying it. Pythia, she was gluttony and she was eating candy, throwing up.
I loved it.
She looked adorable.
Perfect.
She was a candy striper.
10 out of 10.
So
Remember
cute.
when Lisa
and so well
Turtle
done.
was a candy striper?
Yes.
Yeah. So good.
Geometric was Sloth and she was a pillow queen. You know when we met, you were a pillow queen. You were Sleepy in Snow White and the Seven Drag Queens.
Oh my god, I loved sleeping in that show. Doing Snow White and the Seven Drag Queens as Sleepy was the best part because I had one line every like
and
20 minutes.
Killed.
And then I got to pretend I was asleep the rest of the time. God is good. I loved it.
This is really cute.
I thought it was super cute.
And for, design-wise, really, really well done.
Yeah, that was adorable.
Clock on the head.
We
Head full
it.
of clock.
We clocked it.
Yeah, say it with more panache.
We clocked at 1 a.m.
Say it with
you know on
TikTok. You know when the girls on the people on the TikTok say our delivery is bad and forced, so you have to say it
that
like
about
you're
you, not me.
Well, yeah. So you have to say it like you're forcing it.
No, you know what I saw on TikTok today very young? It was somebody bought a clock. It was Jesus praying probably before his crucifixion. You know, he hated nails. And he's kind of like looking up at the sky and then it's just like a clock over him. And then they printed off they have like a vinyl cutter. Jesus Christ, look at the time.
You know what I thought
of? Because he's looking up and he needs to be looking at the time and it's also, he's Jesus.
Yeah. What if before the crucifixion, Judas came to Jesus and was like, hey, you want to go do nails? Adriana was lust.
Sorry, this was insane. She has the boa potato titties. And I don't know if that's going to be like a Canadian through line, but God, I hope so. This entire look was bonkers. And she had the long crotch. I mean, I loved it because it made me laugh, but it was bad. That was bad. That was bad, right? Was that bad? That was bad.
Yeah.
Potato titties.
Pointed straight ahead.
Straight ahead.
Isis Couture as Wrath. The makeup.
So cool.
Bitch.
Especially coming off of the other two very different looks. This was striking.
Striking with chains. Cynthia Kiss. Greed. She tried to do... Now, she was cognizant of not doing all gold, and her box was gold. She did a lot of the animal prints.
It was a bummer. Put together, it was a bummer.
Yeah. The top was dowdy. The top was very...
it just read as very, like, I made this myself.
Kimora Moore envy. She wasn't excited initially about her offerings in her box, but she pulled out a really cool...
She pulled it
gown. Out. Beautiful. She had the snake wrapped around her, Garden of Eden.
And I love that she was like, and if you don't get it, I'm gonna write envy on my fucking head.
The winner is Isis Couture. She got $5,000 due to Palm Holdings.
And I've held many. You know, because when Jesus
rode his donkey, you put your palms on the ground.
Palm Sunday.
I've been in Jesus Christ Superstar before. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening.
Sorry about your nails.
The bottom two, it's Cynthia versus Kendall, which now that you say it makes complete sense. They are BFFs and they are having to go up against each other.
I think Cynthia was the only extremely clear bottom.
Everyone kind of had varying mixed critiques.
Yes. So to me, Moosey me, I did understand. I was happy. I think Cynthia handled all of this very well.
Yeah.
I think that taking the critiques and then in Untucked, she just tried to remain positive and was like, I'm going to go practice. I was very impressed with her attitude. So they do the lip sync and they're both good.
Well, I do have to say, Cynthia removed her skirt to a panty, which compared to Kendall, who ripped her dress apart, No panties. Don't do that, mamas. Don't do that. Have something under there you can wear. But also, can I say this? Oh, no. Before you're thinking, can I say this? Why did you even do that? You didn't do a jump split. You didn't do a kick. What was the point of doing that? There's so little you can control in this type of situation.
But panties,
but
always up to you.
Always have a contingency panty. I knew that would get you. I love Cynthia's signature move of, I'm going to call it the windmill Shanae turns. Mm-hmm. And I love that wig on her. I wish I could pull off a bang wig like that.
Same. Not thrilled to see Cynthia go. Not thrilled. But in the grand scheme of things, if I had to pick between the two, I'm excited to see more from Kendall. I really am.
Yeah, because Kendall, Will we see Cynthia again? Without a doubt. I think she is.
In our dreams, our nightmares, and our TikToks.
I think she and Eve are coming back for different scenarios.
Oh, like to kill. Cynthia left with a smile on her face.
Yeah.
No regrets. What a kind, beautiful, lovely queen. I think she is a goddamn star. And if I were a moose in her neighborhood, you know what I would do?
Shit on her front lawn.
Whatever moose do. Actually, it's so funny that you just watched our UK episode. Thank you for watching. Because next week we're moving to a roast, which we just saw UK do. And I'm so excited to see this happen. Now, this is another, I'm sorry, I'm going to be that girl. This is another episode where I'm like, God damn it, I want to see Eve do this. So make sure you return next week so you can get roasted with us. Because you know what Canada does? They make, what do they make? Moose meat roast.
Have you ever seen The Revenant?
No, I don't believe in bears. So if you enjoyed this, make sure that you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you get alerted every time we're a moose.
Baby, and join our Patreon, patreon.com/IMHOtheSHOw for exclusive content and never before seen footage.
And if you would like a little message from us as a moose or as this, you can go to Cameo. We're both on Cameo.
Or go to IMHOtheShow.com where you can get a Cameo. That's an exclusive message from both of us together with the background and with costumes and choreography. You can also find on that website our merch. And honey, if you're feeling a little generous, it's the holidays. I know you don't want us to eat turkey alone and cry.
I won't.
Go to Venmo.com. IMHOtheShow on Venmo. And until next time, remember, stay true, north, and strong. Wait, we didn't do UK.
Moose knuckles.
We didn't do UK for UK.
Okay. You Canada?
Duh.
That was insane.
You Canada.
Duh. Goodbye. I have to leave. I'm so mad.
You're at your house. Where do you have to go?
Anywhere but here. Oh, let's sing that. Do you remember that duet that came out after Frozen 2 with Elsa and Snow White? Remember the crossover event?
Yes. Oh my God. Should we sing it?
Yeah.
Do you need the pitch pipe or do we know?
Oh, no. You know that I have it like frozen in my brain.
Okay.
Okay.
You take the first verse?
Always. Elsa always goes first.
Okay.
Wait, I've got to get my Idina Menzel voice on. I found you. I'm sorry. I found you sleeping in a coffin. I was gonna touch your coffin, but I'm frozen with fear.
And then I woke up and said, hey, what's this? And then I got a hair blow dryer and I dried you off because you were so frozen. And
who are these guys? Is this a bukkake? Are we going to take it in the face?
No, well, and we said, hey,
let it
snow.
Oh, that is really good. Don't hire me on that. No, because we'd already planned it. Remember, we've known this from the beginning.
Yeah. That's why I'm Snow. She loves blowing me.
Bye.